Hey everyone. So yesterday we had to make a small detour. Detour not in the sense we had to take a rest. We were intending to stop at Nanu, but we instead stopped at this place. Wait, let me show you. We're at Hotel Panchvati at Kedarnath. One of the major reasons being that yesterday while we were on our way, the mountain rain started, and I don't know how much you're aware of these rains, but these are very sudden, and basically it doesn't leave you with any other option but to take cover for the night. The hosts here were rather very gracious, and they're so good and lively people. I mean, one of the best things that I've heard about mountains is that it's people, and being here and getting to feel that hospitality has been one of the best things. The guy and his wife were so gracious. They provided us with food, they provided us with lodging, and they were always with us, always asking us for our needs, and it didn't matter what time of the day or night it was. And I think that's one of the best part, and I think we took the correct decision. And moreover, we were very tired. We covered only 11 kilometers yesterday night, yesterday as in whole, and we have still 7 kilometers to go. So this is it. Since we didn't stay at Nanor, we will go directly to Madmaheshwar, which is around 7 kilometers. Let's take 7.5 kilometers. This was the auntie ji. Aye. They're really gracious enough. The rooms were good and spacious, and it's everything you needed to, know bit of the night stay. And I'll suggest you stay in here because the rooms are good and cozy, and it's enough for the night. So now we'll be on our way. It's exactly 6:21 a.m. by my clock, and we have started the second leg of the trek. I'll let you know that it's very difficult to cover 18 kilometers on foot in a single day unless you all are seasoned trekkers.
So this is where some magic happened. By then we have barely walked 1.5 kilometers to 2 kilometers, and I was personally on the verge of giving up. But then this bird arrived, and you won't believe me if I tell you that this bird was continuously leading us on the trail. Like it was just there to give us, I don't know, encouragement, and it was what pulled me to go forward and keep walking. And I think it was Mahadev himself coming to me in a bird form, because the bird was of blue color. I don't know what bird it was, but it was constantly egging us on, because that is how I felt. Like they were telling me, chalo chalo, a few more kilometers, and maybe we'll do it. And if you follow closely, the bird was waiting for us, and the moment we stopped even for a second, the bird was kind of speaking to us in its own language. And it was magical. And we both were suffering in a way, because as we said, we were not seasoned trekkers, and my dad already had both of his legs broken, so it was more difficult for him. And he was like telling me, I don't know if I can continue forward, and I was like, no, we have to, we will do it. And it felt as if the bird was standing there waiting for us. If you see, like we are so far away and we are conversing amongst ourselves, but the bird was waiting for us, as if it was telling us like one more bend, one more bend. And maybe that was Baba himself, because what happened next was completely amazing. Because by the time we actually crossed this bend, we were finally able to get some help. You can see how the bird was waiting for me, like it was ensuring that whether I was following it or not. like giving me the confidence I needed to walk every step, because Madmaheshwar is not easy. It tests you in every literal way. And if you're meant to go all the way, you will always find this magic. You will always find Mahadev coming to you some form or the other, encouraging you and telling you that you can do it. And I think this is why he is Shiva, he is Bholenath himself. And the bird was constantly with us before it flew off. It felt as if it knew that we needed that boost of confidence, that guidance. And I don't know if this is not the magic of Shiva, then what is? Because after this point, we were finally able to get some help. At this point, Baba was struggling very much, and I was a bit scared and not knowing what to do, because we were essentially in the middle of nowhere. We had nothing to guide us except the mountains and the treacherous road. I call it treacherous because it was so hard, not because it was treacherous in any sense. But yeah, it was hard, especially when you have to literally bend your knees and continuously walk. And I knew there was only one person who could help us, and it was Mahadev and the divine fate that we had. And that is what exactly happened right in the next 10 minutes.
Thought I would be brave enough to go for the 18-kilometer trek entirely, but seems I wasn't. I only managed 13 kilometers, and now we have taken a horse. I'm in a very precarious position. This is a reality. There's Baba. Key. Dot atta.
As I said, that there was some magic that happened with us, because right after we finished crossing the stairs, we came across two horse masters or owners of horses who lived in that area, and they were actually resting. Like, they were supposed to go down to Gundur and beyond to look for travelers who they will be carrying, right? And surprisingly, we found them, and they were not even ready to, like, they were not even thinking about going back to Madmaheshwar, but they surprisingly agreed, and we went off. Like, it was just like that. It just happened in a matter of 5-10 minutes. And I don't know how it happened, because as I said, we were essentially in the middle of nowhere, and the people who were resting, there was a small rest house, something, not their homes, I guess. And the horses were feeding, and they were just having some chai, and it happened.
There's a beauty to these rugged mountains, that's for sure. And it is the very reason that makes me feel like coming back over and over. Despite the hardships that are present, it's worth it. Every step of the way.
Till to this date, I believe that Mahadev saw what was the intentions in our heart, how hard we were struggling, and the willpower that we had, that whatever it takes, even if it takes one more day, we will be going to see him. We will be going to meet him.
Please, the God had
And maybe
mercy
that's
on us
why
and
he
did
said
not
that
bring
help.
rain.
Because I know there was a point Baba was like, I don't know how am I gonna do it. But I was there telling him, egging him, no, we will do it. We are gonna do this no matter what. There's so much time left. And right now, seeing him sitting on that horse, it was like the amount of relief I could feel coming off him in waves. Well, yeah, it was also worth it. And look at the view. I mean, oh my god. Every time a turn was being taken, I was thanking heavens, I was thanking Shiva for giving me this opportunity to view this beauty where he resides in. Isn't that why we are coming all the way over to worship him, to find him, to see his essence?
Mark, अच्छा. भाई साहब, आपका शुभ नाम क्या है?
महावीर सिंह पवार।
महावीर सिंह पवार. These guys are the heart and soul of this area. They work day and night. Can you imagine them trekking up this route every day whenever they get a safari? Everything just to see a glimpse of that man, Shivji. It's been 15 minutes that we have started from Nanu. Thank God we got the horses, because right now I don't think my meager legs would have had the ability to manage this long trek. That's far, that's Ranchi, Ukhimat. I can't believe we have crossed all those mountains. I think we have crossed around 9 mountains as of now. And we are crossing another. Look at that climb. अभी भी still 2.5 kilometers to go.
When we started this route, I don't know why, I felt there was something magical in the air because first of all, this was a bit habited when compared to the other areas we came in, and I got a visual of Nandiji. It was as if he came in just to welcome me, and it was like a sign from Shivji himself. And as you can see, there were groves of forest in here, and most of them these forests are not just decorative, but there are also medicinal properties in some of the trees and plants found there. That's what Mahaviji said as we were walking through it. And yeah, there was some kind of magic in the air, and I felt it was Mahadev himself being there. So if you're walking this road at the exact last 2.5 kilometers, take a moment to stand and feel it. You don't know what you might come across. As we walked through this last stretch of road before entering Madmaheshwar, I felt a strange sense of stillness, a sense of calm. It felt as if the voices inside my head has completely stopped talking, and all I could hear were the insects and birds chirping, the ringing of the bell tied to the horse I was sitting on, the footsteps of the horse masters walking before us. And if I tried a bit hard, I could even feel his power, his divine power surrounding us. I know you might feel this is philosophical or spiritual, but these mountains have been designed to make you feel, make you hear your inner thoughts that we often are unable to in the hubbub of cities. And that is exactly how I felt, as if my mind was calming completely, as if it was preparing me to finally meet Mahadev.
We have finally reached Madmaheshwar. And if I'm not wrong, I can see the top of the temple there. We still have another 1.5 kilometers to go because we want to visit Bura Madmaheshwar too. But this has been one of the most incredible journeys of my life. I don't know, give me a few more moments and I might start crying. Yeah.
And I did start crying. Stay tuned for the next part of my Madmaheshwar journey. See you.